The Allied crossing of the English Channel during World War II was codenamed Operation Neptune. Such a vast undertaking posed major problems, yet Admiral Bertram Ramsay's plan was simple. The Armada would be spearheaded by a flotilla of 287 minesweepers that would clear the way. Following them would be 138 warships that would bombard the defences in Normandy, paving the way for over 4,000 landing craft, such as LCT or Landing Craft Tank 500 seen in the film, moored alongside Southampton's new or western dock prior to D-Day. The headquarters for these craft was Southwestern House, which, because it was a Royal Navy shore establishment, was designated HMS Shrapnel. Crew for these vessels were often little more than weekend sailors who usually travelled down to the south coast by train before seeing their ship for the first time a few days before D-Day. In the case of LCT 500, the skipper was given orders to RV or rendezvous at Chesil Bay on the River Itchen, and the film shows different landing craft leaving the Emperor's dock with LCT 500 proceeding to the River Itchen. Meanwhile, the other element of Group G, the infantry, were billeted at the camp waiting for their own orders. The scale of the enterprise meant that no mistake could be made. In this case, the troops are from the 50th Northumbrian Division, and soldiers in the film can be seen in their marshalling camp boxing and playing soccer. The skipper of the LCT would be told at what time he could open his sealed orders, which would include details of locations and maps with a reminder to check his fuel and refill his water tanks. British-built LCTs were powered by 2 diesels, providing a maximum of 10 knots, measuring 192 feet long by 31 feet wide, with a 3-foot 10-inch draft. At 640 tons, they were crewed by 2 officers and 10 men, and could carry 5 Churchill or 11 Sherman tanks. By now, the 50th Division has seen its own orders as on the way to the RV with the landing craft, but the convoys held up on the back streets of Southampton, and troops take possibly their last chance for a hot cup of tea. LCT 500 has reached the RV point, where LCTs line the shore, secured by the head with tugs anchored in midstream at Chesil Bay, just below Lancers Hill, with Northern Bridge in the distance. The cameraman tracks right past LCT's berth on opposite side of the jetty, LCT 1019, 969 and 652, and then turns to follow the line of the quay and tracks from port bow to stern of another landing craft conversion, a landing craft gun, LCG, intended to give supporting fire to the landing. Apart from the all-Ecan armament of a normal LCT, each LCG medium had 2 British Army 25-pounder gun howitzers in armoured mountings. Beneath the LCG's port quarter lies motorboat 079 of Camper and Nicholson's, with a small skiff carried in the stern sheets. Detachments from the 86th Field Regiment Royal Artillery, No. 9 Beach Group, the 5th East Yorkshire Regiment, and from the 50th Division service units board another landing craft, LCT 735. As the landing craft draws away from the jetty, the location can be readily identifiable today, with reference to the gasometers in the background, as the northern district of Southampton, close to the present-day soccer stadium. The LCT passes the course of the floating bridge, and under what will become the site of the Itchen Bridge. On the starboard side is Ocean Village and the entrance to the Emperor's Dock. As the craft approaches Southampton water, a Sunderland flying boat passes overhead. Escorted by Hunt-class destroyers, the LCT passes the Isle of Wight on the way to Piccadilly Circus, where the convoy will be joined by elements of the Free French Army that embarked at Warsash, where there is a monument that commemorates the event. Men on board eat sandwiches, receive unit briefings, and gaze at the armada of ships heading for France. The assault brigades were to land on the eastern edge of Gold, the code name for the area between the fortified villages of Le Hamel and La Riviere. Follow-on brigades were to widen and deepen the beachheads to the south and southwest, securing Arromanches, the future site of the British Mulberry Harbour, capturing Bayeux and securing the Caen-Bayeux road. The commandos were to capture Port-en-Bessin from the rear. For its tasks on D-Day, the division was considerably reinforced with an additional infantry brigade, the 56th, an armoured brigade, the 8th, a Royal Marine Commando, the 47th, 2 artillery regiments and batteries from 4 others, and additional engineers and other supporting arms, including 2 beach groups, the 9th and 10th, to organise the landing area, and a third, the 36th, in reserve. This brought the total strength of the division to around 38,000 men, with the 69th and 231st Brigades chosen for the assault. The division's General Officer Commanding, GOC, Major General Douglas Graham, sent the following: "The time is at hand to strike, to break the western wall and into the continent of Europe. To you, officers and men of the 50th Northumbrian Division, has been given the great honour of being in the vanguard of this mighty blow for freedom." As the LCT flotilla passes Hunt and U-class destroyers towards King Red Beach, Force G can be seen shelling Gold Beach and comes under fire. Troops, tanks, self-propelled guns, raw engineers, assault vehicles, carriers and bulldozers queue up at the beach exit, and drowned vehicles, equipment and underwater obstacles can be seen washed up by the high tide.